This week is basically my final week of classes for the semester, and then we do have next week, but that's a bit more, I think most of the classes are not actually happening, and then I'm so close to the wheel. Anyway, yeah, I have many essays. I'm still definitely getting the hang of like deadlines and stuff. I've never been very good at them. I mean, I haven't been terrible at them, but like school essay deadlines is like something that I haven't really had to experience in like kind of a long time, and so that's been interesting. I slowly get like a little bit excited because I'm like, oh my god, like last week of school, then it's like Christmas, and that's gonna be really nice and relaxing, but it's like, oh wait, but before that happens, like you have about 100 essays to finish, and if you don't finish them, you won't pass your class. So don't get too excited. Don't get too excited. Yeah. There's a truck right now in front of me, and it's loaded with like long wooden planks. And you know when your mum or your family or your parents, I don't know why I said mum and family first. You know when your parents were like, don't watch horror movies because they'll like scar you when you're older, or like whatever. And I was always like, no, like I love scary movies. They don't scare me when I'm watching them, which is kind of what I thought that they meant. Like, you know, I would watch it and then I wouldn't be able to go to bed that night or whatever, but I always could. So I was like, I can watch horror movies, like no big deal. I now realize the repercussions of that, which is that I have irrational fears of things, and the only explanation for most of them is because I watched a movie about it. So, for example, at present, there is a truck, or I don't know what you would call this one, loaded with long wooden planks. And I'm trying to stay clear of it because I am in fear that if he stops too soon, or the wind blows the wrong way, that one of those things will fly off his truck and into my car. Never happened to me before. Not even close to ever happening to me before. Don't know anyone that that's happened to. But I did watch it in a movie. I watched it in Final Destination. So, I mean, that maybe this is just a scary thing. But like the specifics of my fear are exactly what happens in the movie. So, I don't know, like, it's probably from that. Probably from that. Anywho, finals week, yes. I don't know if you call it finals week. It's the final week, and I just have a lot of papers and stuff to do. I also have a lot of reading to do, and reading I find harder than the essays because I find pressure reading is really not something that I do well with. I just cannot keep my eyes on the page. And I'll do this thing. I have really bad OCD, and this is one way it manifests, which is I'll read a sentence and then my brain is like, oh, you didn't read it properly, like you didn't register what it said, so I have to read it again. How did the man with the logs go so far ahead of me? You are blocking my light, sir. Oh, for God's sake. Let Let me in. Let me in. As I was saying, what was I saying? What was I saying? Was I saying anything? Oh, reading. Actually, one of the readings we're doing is by this guy, Foucault, who actually, he writes about technologies of the self. And he does explore a little bit the idea of like just that, like doing something on your own you'd be perfectly happy to do, doing the exact same thing but being told to do it, it's a different experience and makes you not want to do it. And that's just like a natural thing that happens in people. And it's not like a rebellious thing. It's not like I'm like, yeah, like I don't want to do this reading, like you can't tell me what to do. It's like not that. It's just like this like internal like, oh, like it's so difficult, but it's not. Anywho, today is the Cal Arts mini golf tournament, and if you guys have been watching my videos, you would have seen me make this woman who's like reclining with paint all over her. That is for the mini golf tournament. It's a mini golf tournament slash like, I guess, like sculpture display, because we had to make these little mini golf things like in our sculpture class, and so they're like sculptures, but they're also mini golf like I don't know, holes. They said mini golf icons, but whenever I said that to anyone, they didn't know what that meant. It's like in mini golf, if you've ever played it, when you hit the ball into like the very interesting driving this morning. When you like putt it into the like, there's like a windmill, you know? So we made those, like versions of those. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna see you at the golf tournament. No idea how that's gonna be. No idea, but I think it's gonna be fun. So, yeah. See you guys in a bit. The traffic has started moving, by the way, in case you were wondering. One layer. I always keep layers in the car. Like, it's so strange where I live and where I go to school. I swear they have like different climates. It seems like where I go to school, the climates are way more extreme. So it's like in the summer, it's like way hotter. It's like the desert. But then when it's cold, it's like a lot colder. I have to go to the workshop where my sculpture is, and I guess carry it to, I don't even know where this thing is meant to be. So I don't want to be late, because otherwise I'm gonna like get there and no one will be there. And also, you guys, I'm getting laser acne removals, whatever, on my face tomorrow. You guys know I was like I'm on this medication to help with my acne. I don't know what happened, but I got like this crazy breakout during the summer, and I thought it was gonna be like quick, but it just never went away. It got worse and worse and worse, and it was like all around here and like on my neck and stuff. It was so painful. It's horrible. It was itchy. It was like I had bug bites all over my face. That's what it felt like. But then also like so painful. My face felt just like bruised all the time. And I don't know what was going on. I got really worried and I went to the doctor. He just said that in your early 20s, you can kind of go through like a second puberty, which I didn't know about at all. But yeah, apparently you can like you go through puberty again. I also grew 2 inches, which is the weirdest thing. Like, I used to be shorter and now I'm taller. So that was nice, but the less nice thing was the acne. I didn't love that. I've struggled with my skin since I was about 11 years old. But this was like different. This was like cystic acne, which I have never had before. I've had pretty bad skin before, but it was never these like deep, I don't even know what to call them, but yeah, it was really painful. Anyway, because of that, it's pretty much cleared up now. I'm on this medication called spironolactone. I think it's hard for them to tell exactly where your acne comes from, because it can be caused by like many different things. His first assumption was it was like my hormones, and I was just going through this like weird like 20s puberty. And so he was like, let's just try this one, because if it's that, this will help. And it did. So that's what it is. So he was like, well, good thing is we know where it came from, because that would have, you know, we would have had to try a bunch of other stuff otherwise. So great. So that seemed to help, but it left a lot of like scarring. You can't really see. Well, maybe you can. All right, I'm gonna go. Let's go. Get this stuff. As always, everything's a little bit late, so I'm gonna go get lunch. like a scatterbrained day. I left my keys. I got to my car and then I left my car keys in the workshop, and so I had to go get those. And I also left my coffee cup there from like 3 days ago, so found that. It's chilly as hell. The freaking sky, you guys. It literally looks like someone just took a paintbrush and just like swiped the clouds. Oh my god. Like, dude. Ooh. Gorgeous.